Aquarius, welcome to your weekly horoscope for May 4th to the 10th, 2026. My name's Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer. Aquarius, as you move into this week, there's a strong sense that your mind is becoming more active, more engaged, and in some ways more pressured. It could feel like there's a lot to think about, a lot to respond to, and a lot to figure out. But underneath all of that mental movement, there's something deeper being reshaped in how you process your reality and how you communicate within it. At the beginning of the week, Mars in Aries is moving through your third house, forming a square to Jupiter in your sixth house in Cancer. This immediately activates your communication, your daily interactions, your thinking patterns, and the way you move through your environment. Mars in your third house brings speed to your mind. You may feel more direct, more assertive in your communication, more ready to speak your thoughts. Conversations can feel more charged, and you may find yourself reacting quickly to what's happening around you. Mars also rules your third house and your 10th house. So this connects your communication and your daily interactions directly to your career, your responsibilities, and your public life. As Mars squares Jupiter in your sixth house, this is where tension begins to build between your mental activity and your daily workload, your routines, and your responsibilities. Jupiter is expanding your sixth house, bringing more tasks, more obligations, or simply a greater awareness of everything that needs to be handled. This can look like feeling mentally overwhelmed by everything on your plate, or feeling like you're constantly responding, constantly thinking, or constantly trying to keep up. You might also notice that communication within your work environment becomes more intense. Maybe there's more discussions, more decisions, or even disagreements about how things should be handled. Internally, this could feel like pressure. You may think there's too much to do right now, or I can't seem to slow my mind down. If this energy is handled unconsciously, it can lead to stress, impatience, or reactive communication. You might think too quickly, misunderstand something, feel overwhelmed by the pace of everything. But when you work with this energy consciously, this becomes a powerful moment of mental clarity. This is where you begin to prioritize what actually matters. This is where you learn to slow your responses, even when everything feels fast. This energy is asking you to be intentional with your words and your thoughts, to not let the pressure dictate your reactions, but to create space between stimulus and response. As the week continues, the focus shifts into your home life, your emotional foundation, and your inner sense of security. Mercury in Taurus is moving through your fourth house and forms a square to Pluto in your first house in Aquarius. Now we are entering a deeply personal and transformative space. Mercury in your fourth house brings your attention inward to your home, your family, your emotional world, and your sense of safety. Mercury rules your fifth house and your eighth house. So this connects your creativity, your emotional bonds, your vulnerabilities, and your deeper connections into this internal process. As it squares Pluto in your first house, this becomes a powerful moment of self-transformation. Pluto in your first house is already reshaping your identity, your presence, and how you show up in the world. This can look like a realization or a conversation within your home or personal life that deeply impacts how you see yourself. You may start to recognize patterns, behaviors, or emotional responses that are ready to change. There can also be moments where you feel emotionally triggered, where something touches on a deeper part of your identity. Internally, this can feel intense. You may find yourself overthinking your emotions, analyzing your reactions, or questioning aspects of yourself that you're in the process of transforming. If this plays out unconsciously, it can lead to defensiveness, control, or shutting down emotionally. You might try to protect yourself by avoiding vulnerability or by trying to control your environment. But at a deeper level, this is about transformation through awareness. This is about understanding yourself so you can evolve. This energy is asking you to be honest with yourself, to sit with what comes up rather than push it away, and to recognize that discomfort is often a sign of growth. By the time you reach the end of the week, there's a noticeable shift into something more supportive and expansive. The Sun in Taurus, still in your fourth house, forms a sextile to Jupiter in your sixth house in Cancer. This feels like a moment of grounding. The Sun is illuminating your home life, your emotional world, your sense of stability. And as it connects with Jupiter in your sixth house, there's an opportunity to bring that emotional stability into your daily routines. What this can look like is feeling more balanced in your day-to-day life. Maybe you create a routine that feels more supportive, or you find a way to manage your responsibilities without feeling overwhelmed. There could also be a sense of emotional reassurance, feeling like you're able to handle what's in front of you because you're more grounded within yourself. On a deeper level, this is about integrating your internal growth into your external life. It's about creating a daily structure that supports who you are becoming. This energy is asking you to build stability from the inside out. Overall, this week is a journey between mental activity and emotional depth, between external responsibilities and internal transformation. It begins with pressure in your communication and daily life, moves into deeper emotional and identity based shifts, and then settles into a space of grounding and alignment. You're being asked to slow down your mind enough to hear yourself, to understand what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and how it's shaping your reality. And as you move through the week, the most important thing you can do is stay present with yourself. Do not get lost in the noise, but remain connected to your inner truth, because that's what will guide you through this week in a way that feels aligned, stable, and ultimately empowering. Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous week. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for your weekly astrology updates, and I will connect with you in the next one.